Hello and welcome again to another episode of One Starfish, where our mission is to help change the world one person or one starfish at a time. As always, guys, make sure to rate, review, subscribe, share. That's how we get the word out about what we do. Excited for our guest today. We just met. This is the first time. Colby has been an intuitive wayfinder for 30 years, which is a long time, which is super exciting. So I'm excited to get into that. He's done a lot of numerous jobs before that were all different, which I also find intriguing. He's living in Seattle with his puppy dog, who travels everywhere with him, which is super awesome. So welcome to the show, Colby.
Hi, thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Let's get into things. What caused you to go down the path you're on, and explain exactly what an intuitive wayfinder is to our audience?
As I think I mentioned to you, I have a really hard time n doing things I'm not interested in. I have a really hard time with it. And I'm not somebody who has ever like done work that they didn't want to do. I've been blessed, right,
Mhm.
that I didn't have to work doing stuff like mowing lawns or anything like that when I was younger. So I get to do what I'm interested in, and I get to have conversations with people that I find really intriguing. An intuitive wayfinder, call myself that because I use my intuitive gift to spot what's in someone's way that is in their blind spot that they're not aware of, that's causing them to be blocked from the life that they want. So I use my gift to make them people aware of that. They bring their awareness there. They accept whatever it is they're not accepting, and presto changeo, things tend to change. And because I am addressing a truth that somebody might be stepping over. Generally, the truth will set you free, but it will piss you off first.
Good
So,
thing.
for instance, I met with a young man who really wanted to pass his naturopathic exams, and he couldn't, very smart, really nice guy, couldn't pass. And when I looked, I saw him as a woodworker making beautiful furniture. And I asked him about it. He's like, well, I love making furniture in my free time, but one, people can't make money. And two, I don't want to be blue collar like my dad. And there it was. And there it was. His gift was working with his hands as a furniture person, but he didn't want to accept that about himself. And so he was stuck. And so he wasn't passing his exams because his soul was calling for him to work with his hands with wood to create art. And once he accepted that that was his gift, and the only reason he wasn't accepting it was because he didn't want to be like his dad, then his life began to open up. He let go of being a naturopath. He bought a truck, hired three guys, and now he's this insanely successful handyman who goes around in Seattle. And handyman make a ton of money um, working on people's houses, making them beautiful.
That's cool. Have you always had the intuitive gift, even as a child?
I've always been highly, highly sensitive, highly empathic, meaning I can sense what another feels, expects, and thinks, which has its pluses and minuses, right? Because I could be overly involved in somebody else as opposed to myself. So I've always had that gift, and it took me a while to accept it and recognize that other people didn't have it. I'm like, really? You can't do this? Like this really? How do you navigate the world without my friend just sent me like three practitioners he wants to see and he can't figure out which one. I'm like, really? Isn't it obvious? Like, look at this person's energy, look at that comes together, and other people don't have it. Or look, I'll say this, everyone's intuitive,
Mm-hmm.
but few people listen to their intuition.
Mm-hmm.
Now, everyone could do math, but not everyone's an Einstein,
Right. Exactly.
right? So I got a lot and I listened to it. Other people have some and they don't listen to it and they think it doesn't exist.
So growing up with that, because that isn't normal for a lot of people, like you said, maybe they're not following it, but whatever. How was that, were you mocked because of it? Did you go through some, tough times, or was it always just like, oh, that's Colby, that's cool? Or did you like have to kind of fight your way? Like, depends on your upbringing, I guess. So I was just curious how that was for you.
The fight is all internal, always internal. And so whether that fight seems like external and people making fun or denying, that's not how I see it. It's all in here.
And
And
even
so
from a child, you saw it that way.
no,
So did people
no,
pick on you in
no,
school and you were just like, that's all you, that's all, that's like, did you get
no,
that?
no, no, no. You make a
Okay.
great point. That's a realization I came to later. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I'm highly sensitive. I'm not the average man, like the stereotype of of what a man should be. I didn't grow up being that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was like Colby's weird. Colby's highly sensitive. Colby's more like a girl.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had a lot of feelings about that
Mm-hmm. How
and
did you kind of conquer that? And
self-hatred.
how did were your parents instrumental in helping you, because I mean, there's probably a lot of people listening to this that maybe feel that way and then they hide it because it's not normal and people are mocking them and all the things. So how can someone step through that? How did you step through that? And how can someone like were there people close in your life that helped you become this person that you are now?
Oh, God bless you. I don't think you conquer it. It's not like conquer done, right?
Right.
You meet it. You meet it. Awareness is the first step, always. You
Hmm.
become aware that, wow, I don't like me because I don't think they like me.
Right.
The second step of transformation generally is restraint. So you become aware of something and then you choose to stop doing that which is hurting you. So, okay, I'm aware that they don't like me, or I think they don't like me, or I'm projecting they don't like me.
Hmm.
Let me stop that. Let me bring my attention back to me. And regardless if they don't like me, I like me.
Hmm.
And after a while, you keep restraining yourself, something opens, as well as what you're stepping over opens. The wound becomes more active.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you get to look at really what this is about. And for me, what it was about was my family didn't want me, my mother particularly. And that was very subconscious, right? Like I,
Hmm.
I just kind of picked that up subtly. Nothing was said, right? And so then you can finally get to address the wound that's keeping your external world from mirroring what you're not addressing internally. So to answer your question, life has not been easy. This has not been an
Sure
easy
not.
journey,
Hmm.
right? And every master was at once a disaster, right? I've been a disaster, right? I've been the kid who was classified as retarded when I was little because I didn't learn like other kids and I was off in the clouds, right? And off in the clouds has given me incredible awareness later on in life because I can access things. But off in the clouds caused me to not be present.
Right.
And so people thought I was retarded. And so, I was classified and this type of thing and had all those labels adhere to me,
Mm-hmm.
and then coupling that with being gay and like when I was growing up, that was not acceptable. So I've had my journey and it's continuing. You're not on this planet unless you have something to work on. And I have stuff to work on. That doesn't mean that I can't help others work on it. In fact, it has generated, if you don't work, if you're not challenged, it's very difficult to generate compassion, right? It's very difficult to empathize with somebody else, right? So here we are. Here I am. Very relatable, right? I can tune into people very easily. I have a sense of what someone needs, wants, expects. People feel seen by me, and I'm able to see through somebody to what they're not addressing, which can be
Should I
very,
ask you what you're seeing through me?
do you want me to tell you?
Sure, let's do this.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm an open book, so
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
see.
Um, you're very in your third eye. It's overwhelming, actually. Your
And what
third
does that mean? Interpret that for
So
us
your
like,
third eye is very open and tipped, meaning that you're very future focused and very worried.
okay,
And you tend towards overthinking and a little paranoia, right? Like thinking
sure,
other people are X, Y, and Z in you.
yeah,
Your heart is trying to open. That's your place you're trying to come to, is the heart, is love. Now, you have incredible access to love, incredible. However, you don't live there. And that's what I do with people is help them to sense what their soul is calling for, the soul being the larger, wiser part of them.
Mhm.
What is your soul trying to get you to? Hold on, my third eye opened and I don't want it open. Close up and down we go. Yeah, I want to give my third eye a break. Because if you live in your third eye, then you get a little more wired, and that's not
Okay.
great.
Okay.
What I'm doing, what I'm trying to do, what I do with people is try to get people to hear what their soul is inviting them to do. Because if you know what your soul is inviting, then you know what to do, and life becomes a lot simpler,
I can see that.
right? You have challenges in your reproductive system, especially in your perineum. That's something I would like you to go visit a doctor about. Nothing to be concerned about, but that area of your root, your perineum, I think women have a perineum, is a challenge for you.
I'll Google it.
You've got these little angel wings. You've got a real great connection with the angelic realm.
Hmm,
Little tiny little wings like this,
that's cool.
right? Um, and you've got like shoulder pads on, like a football player. So you're very used to like, ha, ha, getting through, push, 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 push. But that's not where your soul's wanting you to go. Your soul's wanting you to go into your heart, and not in the front of your heart. Your front of your heart is where you give from. The back of your heart is where you receive from. You're very front loaded. You think love is something to express and give, but love is also something to receive. So if I were working with you, that's where I would take you, or walk with you. I should say, I walk with clients on where they want to go. How'd I do?
Very good. I'm like, man, he's good. Yep, nailed it. Yeah, I would say those are all very accurate. I don't know anything about the printer, whatever that thing was. That I don't know. But the
But
future
perineum.
focus, yes, very future focused. For sure. So, and not necessarily a bad thing, but definitely the love part, yeah, that's really good. Um,
Yeah, I mean, you're lovely. I would love for you. I would.
and I love the angel wings because Angela means God's messenger, and that's why it was called Angela. So it's very specific.
Oh, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go. There's
So
other stuff. There's the dead behind you. They're your ancestors. But I can keep going for hours.
this is so
Um,
fun. I love it. So if anyone's listening, you can see this stuff is great. And Colby's information will be all in the show notes. So definitely reach out, if you want to learn some more things about yourself. And I know you do some in the and I don't know where, so in the healing realm. And how do you feel that fits into so well, like the other day, I had to reschedule. I had an MRI. So I was diagnosed with MS in 2019. So I'm going to be specific on
oh,
this. And so I've been on a journey.
oh,
Let's just put it
yeah.
that way, for 6 years about that. And I'm just curious, what you've seen out there with the intuitive part and how, I guess, maybe lack of it and or with it, people have been able to help themselves physically.
Well, like now that you share the MS, that makes sense to me because your MS, I would hold, has relation to your root and your perineum. Your perineum is between your reproductives and your butthole, right? It's
Okay.
what grounds you, make you feel safe on the planet,
Okay.
right? Like I have a right to be here. So with someone like yourself, I would have you start addressing your root issues. That it's okay to be on planet Earth, and I like being on planet Earth. So in my world, everything is energetic,
Right.
right? And things are energetic before they're physical. So I have people address what they're stepping over. And sometimes that results in the relief of symptoms and greater health. We're all on a journey,
Hmm.
and our journey is not to acquire things or to build a building or paint a painting. Our journey is to become ourselves. And whether people know it or not, healing is really accepting ourselves as we are. That's what healing is. It's not the acquisition of health, it
Hmm.
is the subtraction of what we're not addressing that results in greater well being and health,
Hmm.
right? So everyone's trying to get somewhere or be someone or get a house, get a boat, get a better job, get influence. That's not health. That's not well being. Yeah, that's fun. And I like stuff. I like stuff, right? But if you want to heal, It's about divorcing yourself from what you believe to be true about you that you don't know is not true. And you may not have, your ancestors may have developed that, your past lives, we don't know, right? But we all are
Mhm.
carrying things that are not true.
Mm.
And we don't even know we're carrying it.
Mm.
We just know, oh my God, I can't find a partner. My business is not taking off. I don't know what purpose is. How somebody help me. I'm falling. No, no, no. Let's stop. Let's stop. You're on a journey. This journey is to help you accept yourself as you are. The pressures, the failure is all about you accepting yourself happily, not begrudgingly, happily. I had a client who couldn't meet a partner. Years, lovely, lovely woman, beautiful inside and out. Couldn't get a date to save her life. Lovely, had great social acumen, beautiful. And when I looked, I heard clearly she has navigated around other people her whole life. She doesn't want to navigate around anyone.
That makes so much
And
sense.
to be in partnership, she's going to have to navigate. That's how she
Right.
holds it.
Yep.
And she's like, I don't want to be a partner means navigation. I don't want that. But she doesn't know that, not
Mm.
consciously. And by bringing that to her attention, she's like, yeah, that's right. I don't want to pick up anyone's towel. I don't want to see dishes in the sink. I don't want to have to maneuver around your moods. I want to be left alone. And so she is. Now, once she became aware of that, now something new can happen. Oh, is it possible I can have a partner that I don't have to navigate around? That we could be so in sync and so understood that it could be seamless. Or I
Mm.
can express myself in a way that she will hear me lovingly. Oh, wow. Now a new possibility opens.
Mhm.
We all have like maps that we think we know how life works, and we're insistent that we're right. Look, the Rite Aid is over here. The Costco is over there. See, I have a map. Your map is not correct. And some people would be like, no, no, no. I don't care what you say. It's over there. No, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah, but this map has worked with me my whole life. I've had this. This has worked for me. Yes, it has, but not now anymore. So you can insist that things work the way you think they should, the way they always have, and you'll get what you got. Or you put down the map. And that's super scary. But without a map, well, then we develop your intuition and we develop your trust and we develop your connection to the divine, whatever you want to call that. And then you've got a new adventure. But I meet so many people in midlife who are so bored. They're like, they want a new adventure, please. Oh my God. Okay, put down the map. What are you talking about? I don't have a map. Yes, you do. You have a map.
Mm.
We all have a formula. I'll say one more thing, and we all have a formula for what success is. We got it from childhood. I would be curious what your formula is. My formula is I'm cute, or I was. I'm cute. I am very compassionate, cute, compassionate, and I'm affable, likable. That's my formula. If I'm cute, I'm affable and compassionate, life works out. And it did for a while until about my 20s, 25, 30. And then different kind of behaviors are required.
Mm.
But if I keep on insisting, look, this is my formula, cute, affable, compassionate, I will be limited in terms of my success.
So good.
Everyone has a formula. Those people who are willing to put it down or include other things like fierce, brave, tenacious, goal oriented. Now, the person with the biggest formula, more complicated formula, they always win the game. Always. The person with the most behavioral flexibility has the best shot.
Makes sense.
What's your formula?
I've been working on that actually. The map has been changing.
Oh, good.
So it used to be that I could outwork everybody.
Oh, hard worker.
A very hard worker. And to the point where I, put my body into a state of an autoimmune disorder.
Yeah,
So
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. And so stressed it out until it just broke down, said no. And then so now it's been for the last 6 years, I would say a lot of like re-navigating. Like, I haven't been able to physically work the same hard. I haven't been able to, so my whole identity, like you said, kind of thing, has had to shift and has had to change.
Yeah,
And
isn't
so
it? Yeah.
it's been a journey and it goes back and forth. And it's been a journey um, to really figure out like, yeah, what is the secret kind of thing. What it's not about like you gotta work hard, but it's not just about that. And there's so much
Right.
more. And so I've been having to learn this so much more. Um, and it's been a fun journey. So
And it's hard to, I know I've had that experience where people want to go back to who they were, and who they
yeah, it's
were
easy.
didn't work, and it wasn't terribly satisfying,
Mhm.
but I know what that is.
Or it worked, but only so far. Like you said, like it can get you so far.
Right.
Sometimes you have to switch your Jetta for a Porsche in order to go farther. And so, and that's where it is. It's got me pretty good life, pretty great life, but to get exceptional, there has to be switches.
Right.
So, yeah, so that makes total sense. And so, for anyone listening, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard this stuff said differently, but I like the map. It's true. Like might need a different map. If you're trying to get to the ocean and all your map takes you to the lake, you might need a different map.
Oh, can I give a tip to your listeners that's
Yeah,
apropos, I think?
definitely.
So, like, you can't go at the speed that you were going, right? Without a lot of feedback from your system.
Mhm.
And you get that. And sometimes you remember that. And sometimes you don't, because you're a person. The key here is, okay, you had an insight. There's this cycle of change. First, you're stuck. Ah, I can't get out. Then you're lost. Fuck, I don't know where the hell I am. Oh my God. Sorry about the F. Oh my God, I don't know where I am. Where am I? And you just kind of wander around. Stuck, lost, then you get it. You have an insight. Boom. And if you don't put a practice in place, you go to your addictions, eating, whatever it is, gambling, sex, whatever it is, right? And then you go back to stuck, lost, get it, forget it, back to addictions.
And
So the key here is you had an insight. Look, I can't go at this high speed. I can't work this way as much. I got to find other ways of filling myself. I got to bring my system back to neutral.
Mhm.
Okay. But it's really important what we do moment to moment, as opposed to let's plan a vacation every 6 weeks. That's wonderful, let's say, or let's stop working beyond 6 o'clock. Okay. But bringing your awareness moment to moment on who you really are. And that could be an energetic practice, like help people bring their attention 3 fingers below their belly button into the middle of them. Can we do that now? That might be
Sure.
helpful.
Yeah, let's do it. Sure.
Okay, so bring your attention 3 fingers below your belly button
Okay.
and in the middle of you,
Yep.
and close your eyes and breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. This will only take a moment for those people who are like, I don't meditate, I can't meditate. Don't worry, it'll take a second.
Got this.
You get a benefit, okay? So bring your attention now, 3 fingers below your belly button and in the middle of you. And say still point. Can you say that? Still
Still
point.
point.
There you go. And you're going to ask your guides, your angels, to help you bring your attention to your still point. Say still point.
Still point.
And you're going to say, guides, help me.
God help me.
Okay. And down you go. And if you're listening, do the same thing. 3 fingers below your belly button. Bring your attention there. Ask your guides, your angels, help me bring my attention to my still point. And they will. And in the middle of you, 3 fingers below your belly. There you go. Now you're moving. This is your hara, your dantian, the center of you, the place where your chi gathers. There's more life force here. And when there's more life force, you calm down. You don't get excited. You actually get calmer. and one body. There you go. How does that feel?
Feels good.
You feel calm,
Hmm.
more space between your thoughts,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, ready
So,
for a nap.
yeah, very meditative.
Yeah.
And so it's important what we do moment by moment, what we do with
Mm,
our attention. In addition to taking the vacation, establishing some rules, I don't work past whatever,
mm,
right? But what we do that really changes our reality. Inner freedom results in outer freedom.
true.
Most people are concerned with outer freedom.
Right.
They're like, oh, when I get the job, get the house, get the husband or wife, whatever, then I will. No, it's not how it works. I'm sorry, friends. I'm sorry. Inside, then outside.
Feel it. So good.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so cool. Guys, as you can tell, lots of good stuff here from Colby. If you're working through some things, like I said before, definitely reach out and book some time and see where it goes. Highly recommend that. I always have three final questions before I wrap up, and then anything we didn't touch on that you think would be really impactful for our listeners. You kind of touched on this earlier a little bit, but first and final question is if someone is looking for their purpose, what's one sentence you would say that could help them find it?
You froze up. Can you repeat
Oh,
that? I'm sorry.
no worries. If someone's looking for their purpose, what's one sentence you could say that could help them find it?
Most people who are eager to find purpose are avoiding being present.
Ooh.
And the key
Okay.
here is to get, because they want to externalize. They're like, when I, and the key here is to be present now in order to get that thing we call purpose. Purpose,
Mm.
this is more than you wanted to know, maybe,
Good.
is an angel, an energy that needs to be invited. Purpose finds you. You don't find purpose. And so, in order for purpose to find you, you got to get present.
Cool. I like that. That's different. I like it. Second question. What's a favorite quote and why?
If it's not here, it's nowhere. And if it's here, it's everywhere.
And for anyone that's not watching this and listening, here is heart.
If
No.
it's not here, it's nowhere. Doesn't exist. But if it's here, it's everywhere, meaning there's nothing outside the self. You've got everything you need in
Mhm.
this life right here. Now, I know some people don't believe that. And I know people have a lot of limiting beliefs based on their childhood and traumas. I get it. Healing is a subtraction. And I get there's a lot of people frustrated, like, geez, I would love to believe that, but I don't. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. Take a breath. I know you want to believe what I'm saying is true. I'm here to tell you it is. You can keep running around trying to orchestrate your life and get exhausted and get ill. You're welcome to it. I have, you have. Or you can experiment with this. Put yourself on a diet for 10 days, 3 days of anchoring into yourself. Maybe using that still point exercise, breathing, calm down, just 3 days. And let's see what happens. Let's see.
Third and final question is what's one word or sentence you want on your gravestone?
I don't plan on having a gravestone.
Cool. That
No,
works.
no, the point being that people are really hung up on being remembered,
Hmm.
care about being remembered. I'm here now, and my gift is being here,
Yeah.
not on being, because if you need to be remembered, you're in your ego. Look how important I am. Look, I want to have a legacy. I want a lot of what I've developed to be gifted into humanity and
Mhm.
people to use it and it advance themselves. But I don't care about being remembered.
Cool. All right, you run into someone in the coffee shop and they've listened to all of this and learned and all that stuff. What's something though we didn't touch on, Colby, that you think would be really impactful for our listeners?
Run into a coffee shop. What's not? Most psychics will tell you who you are. And in doing so, they take your power away. It's almost as if they know you better than you know you. I don't do that. I'm not going to assume I know you. I'm not going to assume I know what you need. You know what you need. However, you need to slow down and get present with yourself to access that information. So I would never tell somebody, I hope I would never, what they need to do.
But they need to get present. So main word,
Yeah.
guys, get present. Love it. Very cool. Thanks for being on, guys. Let's go out there. Let's share this. Like I said, if you have any questions, reach out to Colby. All the information will be in the show notes. Let's go out there. If we can change one life or one starfish at a time together, we can help change the world. Thanks for being on, Colby.
Oh, thank you. It was a great show. It was wonderful meeting you.